Older women dating younger men is not new and it is not scandalous. It is charity work. You understand? Let these women give back to their communities. There's nothing wrong with that. You could either deal with someone who is taking advice from Summer Walker lyrics and meme pages, or someone who understands the nuances of relations between men and women. The choice is yours. You got to ask important questions. Does she understand when it's just lyrics? Is she listening to Summer Walker? Check his phone, cause that ain't not doing you right. And she's like, oh my God, he's not. You got mental health. You got to check. That's what happens when you got to make sure everything is in check. And I know some of you are also going to say, oh, you picking older because older women accept a lot of your nonsense. No, I think it's because older women know how to communicate within whatever it is the context of the relationship is. Like, whether we're dealing on a high level, we're dealing on casual, we're dealing on a middle level, middle tier, whatever level it is, an older woman understands that the first step is not a crash out. You understand? Younger women got energy to crash out. So you got to think that through. You got to think it through. I've known this since I was 20. I've seen my colleagues, my peers crash out. And I was like, got it. What I want, not that. Just saying. That's just me though. Yours. I think ageism against women sometimes is just weaponizing the lack of access. Because an older woman has a very clear understanding of what she wants and what she doesn't want. That's another thing we never talk about. They are very selective and very picky. But there is a point that they have reached where they know exactly what they want at the buffet. In fact, they don't want to touch too much. They just go around. When an older woman tells you, time to come over for R&B night, when an older woman invites you for our rhythm and beat, listen, let's not get into it. Just because I don't make it to the Olympics doesn't mean I gotta sit here and say the Olympics is a trash sport. Competition. It's not. I never made it in. I was never picked. You have to understand these things. I would rather someone who understands the meaning of conflict resolution than crying at Chipotle. That's me though. That's me. That's just me. I'm just making that clear. Soft, tender, female, feminine woman that puts the woo in man. You know why it was called woman originally? Because it's woo man. Because it can woo a man. English. Let's not get too hectic in here. I'm just saying. So Tracee Ellis Ross saying that she prefers younger men because the men her age don't see things eye to eye. I completely understand. Have you met men? Men are from the age of 30 up. And I'm in my early 30s, so I can say this. You become whatever it is that you have set out to be, you are, and you're strong in it, you're steadfast. There's not a lot of change that is happening. You're trying your best, but there's not a lot of adjustments that you're making. So someone like Tracee saying that, like, there's not really a lot of new ideas that men her age want to play with, I completely understand it. There's no fault of hers. There is no fault of hers. And if any older man can sit here and tell me that he ain't want no older woman when he was younger, sure, if you want to say that, that's fine. And I'm not saying no disrespectful gap. I'm talking about a reasonable space. I'm just saying there's an understanding that an older woman has that is just not, you can't buy that. You gotta live it. That's experience. She understands. The younger woman is anxiety. What she understands, the younger woman reads as anxiety. I want you to sit with that. Okay? So I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, somebody may say I'm biased. By all means. I do not deny that. I do not deny that because Lord knows that for the longest time, I have had an appetite for the seasoned. But no, seriously, if we're going to go by data, it is proven that there are less divorce rates for age gap relationships. And I'm not, if we're going to go by data, like let's just, Ike's opinion doesn't, let's just go by that. I'm just saying, it is what it is. They are sweet. Older women are sweet. I date an older woman for the irony.